please stay in the line for the socks. If you want the multi, Kevin, where do we stand on that one now? If you want the small medium, there's less than 200. And I have just a teeny bit more than that in the medium large. So if you want the 4-pack of the 2 black, 1 gray, 1 white, that is gonna sell out pretty soon. But anyway, when I was prepping for the show, I thought of a really good friend of mine, her name's Meg. And Meg had her husband, unfortunately, she's widowed now, but he was very sick for a very long time. Meg is a teeny, teeny little thing, and Mike was a great big guy, just like almost like a football player size. And he wanted to still be mobile, but it was awful to watch her try to get him out of a chair. He's a stubborn man though. But she, this little teeny thing, would try to wrap her arms around him. She was wrecking her back. She was wrecking her shoulders, trying to help Mike get out of a chair. So when I thought of it, when I saw this today, I was like, man, this would have been so useful, Alan, for that situation, or Chad Allen. But seriously, so useful for Meg and Mike, because she truly struggled. He was a big, big guy, and he wanted to sit out on the couch. He wanted to be in his favorite chair, but she used to have to really struggle. And I watched her try to lift him out, and she's just this little teeny thing.
Herself, probably.
She totally was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, screwed up her back, her shoulders. It was very difficult. And it was all, and if she dropped him, that was even worse.
Yeah, I guess I didn't relate to the product when I first saw it the first time. And I thought, how am I going to explain it? And then our first airing, when it sold out, I thought, I don't need to. Everyone's had this problem.
People get it.
Whether you're pregnant, whether you have aging parents or aunt, a knee surgery, a torn ACL, somebody in a wheelchair, you gotta get them up. That's where the Liberty Lift comes in handy. And in fact, we have a little animation. If we can show the animation after this video, I would love to talk everyone through it. And then maybe Suzanne and I will do a little role play maybe. And I don't have a model tonight. And I said, can I just throw Suzanne off and ask her?
Sure.
Because take a look at your screen though. Do you see the difference here? If we can run that one more time, if you don't mind.
It's actually a physics thing, isn't it?
It absolutely is, because when you're bent over, you're off balance. You're not stable, you're not strong. When you stand upright and tall, that's how you get your center of gravity right at your hips. Hi, everybody. So you want to role play?
Sure, of course I will.
If you want to sit, actually.
All right.
And I'm going to show you exactly how you use it. And obviously, we know Suzanne can get off the couch, right? So it's not,
relatively easy.
This is fake. Just telling you how it works. And so you want to stand up. This is 15 inches. So you want to stand about this far apart, and you want to ask your partner to grab onto the handles firmly. Now, notice Suzanne, it just is a natural position. Her arms are straight. I want to make sure I'm up tall and my arms are straight. And then I could use my arm strength to pull her up, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to give your partner a countdown and then take 2 steps back. They're just gonna come right up off the couch. So I'm gonna do this for real. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1. I do this.
Oh gosh.
Okay, Suzanne.
First time I presented it.
Yes.
That was so...
It's the reaction I always
was
get.
very shocked. That was so easy for me.
Yes.
Let's do it again.
Do you know what it sort of feels like, at least for me, I can't speak for Suzanne, but it's like when you open that fridge door, you get a little bit of friction or a little bit, it tugs, but then once you open the fridge, it's just easy. So you have about 1 second of this, but take a look at her arm. Her arms are straight, my arms are straight, and I give your partner a countdown because you don't want to just fling them off the couch. And ready, 3, 2, 1, I step back. And
and it's, you know what's so funny
lifts you right up.
I'm able to use my weight to counter yours, which lifts me up even straighter.
And I was tall. I wasn't like,
you were slumped
I wasn't
over.
Doing this to where I didn't lift any weight at all.
One more time. That is really interesting. Because I am so honest doing this job, right? I saw this and I didn't believe it. I was watching on television and I know Chad only brings us great stuff. So I know it was gonna be good. I didn't know it was that good.
I get red because it's almost comic. It's comical when somebody tries it for the first time. It gets me flushed because I'm so excited because like they get it. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. I could do it with just my arm strength.
And I wasn't using any of my arm strength.
No, you don't have to.
I wasn't trying to help you.
No, it's like you're just holding onto a bar that's moving.
Yeah, it just moved up.
You want to try it the other way?
Oh,
you want to see what it feels
let's
like
do
this?
Okay, all right.
Sorry, I don't even know how much time we have.
Okay.
So this is the Liberty Lift. Now, I could be Suzanne's son. I could have torn my ACL. I could have had a surgery.
And sit all the way back, because I wasn't giving you a break. I was like totally testing it.
I'm almost 6 feet tall.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
So 3, 2, 1. Take 2 steps back.
No strength for me at all.
And you know what? I actually used my arms, but I didn't have to. I should have just kept walking back.
And if you have arm strength, you absolutely can if you don't have that much space.
So, but if I don't have arm strength, all I do is take that extra step.
That's it.
Okay, now I get it. I get it, Chad.
It's so brilliant.
Wow.
Yes.
Honestly, you know, who invented this? Because that's a really cool idea.
Bell and Howell, leave it to them.
Oh, of course they did. Yes.
Yeah,
of
so
course.
it's patented, it's engineered, well, it's over-engineered, quite frankly. And I joke, it's a very strong ABS plastic, and I say, you know, it's $20 for a piece of plastic, but it's not what it is, it's what it does.
Right.
And the difference for anybody in your life who's pregnant, oh my goodness, if you have a niece or an aunt who's an at-home nurse, or one of those caretakers.
Yes,
if you,
who's seeing patients all day
yes,
long.
anybody, I mean, my mom, I mean, she was in hospice. We had nurses all the time. You know what they wanted? This. My aunt and uncle have reached out. My grandparents have reached out. I have sent more of this to my family than any of the expensive items I present.
Yeah.
They want the $20 thing because it changes it.
You know what I was watching? That's it right there. I was thinking about it. It's getting people out of a car. If you've got somebody who is older and you're having a tough time getting out of the car and you got to get them into the doctor's office or even get them out to get them in a wheelchair, how handy would this be to have in the car?
And the holidays will be here before we know it. It's already August. I'm sorry to bring it up, but that's when family comes over. You know, when my grandma comes to my house, my couch is a little deeper. Lord bless her, she can't get out of my couch.
Yeah, especially those big, comfy, long, big couches.
And then you sit at your family's house for hours and hours. How great would it be to just have this on hand for when you need it? God, I hope you don't need it, but when you do need it, you're so thankful because you're not like having to, I don't want to grab my grandma's butt, you know, when I'm trying to like help her off the couch.
Yeah, a little awkward.
Yeah, a little awkward.
I have to give you an update. We have about 800 of these remaining, and then this is sold out yet again. Let me show you what Mike and Meg used to try to do.
Sure.
And again, remember, my friend Meg's really teeny, and Mike was like a football player.
what do
Okay,
you
you just sit there.
Okay.
So Meg was a lot smaller. She's a little teeny thing. She would try to do this, and it was sort of the same concept, but not where they'd cross arms. He would cross, and she would cross.
Like this?
And then they were trying to get enough power to get him up. Now, look, I'm crushing your shoulders and your chest area.
Back.
Oh yes, and for her, and think about how awkward it is. You and I trying to pull.
No.
Yeah, that. But seriously, I said to her, I said, how in the world are you doing this day in and day out? Because Mike, she had to get him out of bed. Then he'd want to sit in the living room and watch TV, and then he'd have to go to the bathroom. So literally day after day, week after week, month after month, she had just this awkward experience of trying to get it because he still wanted to be out and about. He wasn't going to lay in bed all day. So she was the responsible one that had to try to keep, she was the only one, had to kind of wrestle him out of chairs to help him. It was one of the most uncomfortable, and I'm sure it was uncomfortable for her and for him.
Yeah.
Because it was so awkward getting him mobile.
Well, I know we're closing this out. You know our model Patsy, she had a surgery recently, and her husband, they're aging. And she said, we have a rule. We made a rule. If one of us ends up on the floor, just call the police. Or just call the ambulance, because we can't get each other up. She got one of these, and she had a surgery. Long and behold, now they're using it every day.
No kidding. Let's do it again. Can we do it again?
Yes, one more time.
Just because I'm really, by the way, guys, there's like 700 left. It's going to sell out.
And so basically, here's how it works, and I'll do it in 30 seconds. Arms are straight for both of us. That's just going to give you the most strength. And then, so when your arms are straight, that's going to give you the most strength. I'm going to stay upright and tall because don't bend over. Your center of gravity is at your hips. As humans, we hinge right here, right? And so I just take a couple steps back, 3, 2, 1. I didn't even really give Suzanne that big of a warning.
You did not give me a hint.
Sorry.
But it's funny because I am not pulling to help him.
And I'm not using any strength.
And you're not pulling either.
No, I'm just walking backwards.
It's literally a physics thing.
It's just physics.
Guys, this is honest to God brilliant. So if you have anybody struggling with any of those issues, great time to get it. Chad, it will be sold out again.
Okay.
How many do I have left, Kev? Okay, guys, with everybody on the phones, I've got about 400 left, and I got a lot of you waiting. If you can, go to hsn.com. It's just a couple of quick clicks, and you've got it. Or go use that scan code with your phone and the